Hello Water Peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Miss Melly Flow's Hot Tea Tarot. So this is the weekly water signs. So I'm going to do them a bit different now for the weekly and probably monthly. I'm going to add I've got elements because I do them by element, and I'm going to add the star signs into the end of it. So for the water at the end I will have the Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces and pull a few cards for each. So I'm going to timestamp them because I've worked that out, coffee burps. Yeah, so what have we got on for the weekly? I'm going to draw a few cards from a few different decks, and then I'm going to do the 5-line spread, which comes down to our self-love card. So I'm going to start, can feel the coffee. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Dreamtime reading cards. I've been using these a bit because I really want to get used to them. I really want to make them a regular deck in my weekly cards, along with the Australian Wildflower deck, which I'm going to draw a card out of as well. So what have they got for us today? Let's have a look. Water Peeps, the end of November 2020. I mean, you can watch these whenever you like. But what have we got this week? What's the energies coming into this weekend? Alright. Dreamtime reading cards. What have we got for the Water Peeps? Ooh. So I've got a few different teas. I have done a few different readings this week. I've done an abundance herbal tea. I have done hot tea for partnerships, or the sweet hot tea for the love in your life. So if you're interested in any of those, and I think I did too, Witch's Brew last week, Water Fae one. So all different sorts of teas on the table. Thank you. What have we got? Ooh, the cicada. So these are transformative sort of guys. Really interesting, the cicadas. And we're just about to come into cicada season. Yeah, there's several different cicadas, different types of cicadas, and they literally have all different sort of breathing. So some of them come out at different years. So the ones that we heard last year may not be the ones that we're hearing this year if it's not their cycle. I think that's really interesting. Let's see what it says about cicadas. What do we got? No, come on. Cicada, transformation. Let's look at these little fellas with the green and red. They go through major transformation and spends its longest time in its chrysalis form. The cicada remains underground in its shell for many years before it crawls out, under the protection of the moon. To its shell hardening, it is a hard casing. To shed its hard casing and let its wings burst out for the first time, giving the gifts of flight and freedom. Cicadas are a most common sight and sound of summer. As the weather heats up, these small insects make their way out of the ground and to the top of the plants. They are surrounded by their kin, mating and singing and communicating. So the cicada's message is one of transformation. It asks you to trust in your own personal growth. You are always growing and changing. However, you may be experiencing a time of stagnation where you have been struggling to find your purpose or your path. There may be external factors that seem to be pushing you in different directions that you're not ready for. Now is the time for you to find your voice, speak your truth, and let out the heart song to be heard. Let yourself discard the shell that no longer fits and allow yourself to be unlimited, free, to be who you are and who it is you were always meant to be. Oh, transformation, the cicada. All right, that's a real transformation, coming out of the dark, and it fights to the top of the trees, or it sings and it mates and does all that frolic stuff. So a real transformation. Where did I just put the cicada? Let's put him up here. Okay, so we're also gonna take one from the Australian Wildflower reading cards by Cheryl and Darcy. So I saw these on Facebook. I saw them in a group. I was like, I have to have those. I'm an Australian Wildflower. Let's do that. One card for the Water Peeps. What have we got? Whoa, transformation. This card is jumping. What have we got? The Golden Wattle, joy. Oh, we're coming out of the winter. We find our Golden Wattle. What have we got? I opened directly to that. That's amazing. Let's do this. All right. So, no Australian wildflower signals joy and optimism so much more so than the Golden Wattle. It is a clear indication of affirmation surrounding what you are planning to do right now. The answer is loud like a cicada and resounding yes. There will be much to celebrate soon, and the Golden Wattle is the herald of good news to come. In turn, fortune and relieving of burdens. A turn of fortune and relieving of burdens. Something new, fun and happy is coming your way. Be sure to keep optimistic because remember, like flat energy flows like, wait a minute. Be sure to keep optimistic because remember, like energy flows like to like. If things are bleak right now, then something seems inevitable and rather negative. The Golden Wattle asks you to make the best of the situation. Golden Wattle will alert you to be mindful of worry and pessimistic attitudes, along with the warnings to take care not to overindulge. As a healer, Golden Wattle is the ultimate energy and mood lifter. And it is. So, my nan said never bring it into the house, it'll make everybody sick, right? So, because Golden Wattle comes out at the beginning of spring and it gives hay fever. And so, in the household, we were never to bring it inside. So, it's beautiful because it's starting to peak and it's starting to show you that it's warming up and we've got joy coming into our life and sunshine. Don't bring it into the house. So, I'm going to draw 2 from the Earth Magic because I love these elements and what we got. Alright, Earth Magic, what we got? Earth Magic. Ooh, and 2 came out. Oh, just like a waterfall, effortless. This is our happiness, this is our joy. Let the water flow. It's like that uneven, go like the leaf with the river. It's effortless. Enjoy the flow in the waterfall. This is happiness. Joy and happiness together. And we've got the autumn equinox, which is release. So it's time to release this in your transformation and joy. We've got a bit of a release of what we've got in the past. Right, so I'm going to do this reading with the Archetype Deck. So it is totally different to the Greenwood deck, which I normally use for my readings, which is why I like it. Totally modern, totally edgy, dark and light, different to the colours in my Greenwood deck, which I'm going to use at the end to do the star signs. So I'm going to start with 5 cards for how we got here. I'm going to turn this down to the table. So you can see the cards. Sooner or later I'll get a different setup, but I like being able to see you and I like being able to see the cards, and so let's see what we can do. Alright, so 5 cards for how we got here. Thank you, Dreamtime and Wildflowers. We'll get to you, thank you. Alright, so 5 cards for how we got here. These have been really interesting and I really like the difference in the readings there. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, Gnosis. We had this yesterday. Oh, give me a second. Under the table, because of course that's where I'm going to end up, under the table. So Gnosis. So this is the cogs turning. This is the parts. This is our wisdom folding. This is everything coming together and really encompassing inside of our spirit and in our passion. And this change and this ever moving forward inside the cogs of time, our evolution as a being and our spirit's evolution. And what else have we got? The offering. All right. So there's something you're either offering that the world, the universe is offering. There's an abundance. And you'll feel this. Something's being offered to you. You'll be given something, or you feel that you need to offer somebody. I think we've got a new moon there, so maybe with the new moon. All right. And so this is the offering. We're going to be given something. 2 hands clasped together. Well, it's not 2 hands clasped together. It's somebody's holding their rock. It's like a rock in there. Might be a job. Might be a new love. Oh, what have we got? So I've got the heart. It might be a new love. There could be an offering of new love. Water people. And the tear. Look at that. So we have that 1 tear. You maybe shed a tear for the past. It may be tears of joy. Because we do have an offering, but maybe this process that you've gone through has had an offering in it to the heart. And there's also tears from the past. We have an eye in there. We have an eye in there trying to help us. And this is the thread of light, the thread that we hold on to, the thread that we hold on to in the middle of it all. Whoa, so this has been deep on the heart. So this last, how you've got here, water people, is because of this movement forward of your soul and the offering of the universe to you and your heart. And there's still being, like, inside, you might still be feeling like the tear is got a tear inside of a tear. There's an emerald and a gold tear inside of that tear from this eye here. And so this is, there's still a sadness maybe, or still there's a separation. But maybe this is looking back at the past, or it's tears of joy. It's holding on to the thread. So there's sort of in the balance in there that feels, water people. Let's see what the healing element has to say about this. 4 cards for the healing element for the Water Peeps. One. Ooh, the Hunter. All right, that's a strength. There's a strength in searching what for you want and getting what you want. And this is inspiration moving in. Horse energy is always strong pushing energy in the Hunter. And the Father. So this may mean that you feel that you've got this paternal energy around you, or that you are still there's a balance inside of this masculine energy. But this is not just man. This is that father figure. There's strength inside there. Maybe hunting for that feeling there, or that strength of a paternal. But the father of time. Everything turns in time. All right. Hunter and healing. So there's Hunter and the Father for our healing. And the Queen. Wow, water people. This is a healing element. And so there's a strong masculine feminine in the middle of this, where we're looking at this. The offering of the heart and the Father. And the heart is in the middle of those two cards with the Queen and the... So where this has come from, this is leading to a balance. Ooh. One more for our healing element. See what we've got sitting there. No, I'm not doing that. Pick those two up. Do that again. You see the snake inside of the Queen, and this is a very fertile energy with the lotus unfurling and the moon. I think there's a real balance between those. So we're hunting for that balance between our masculine and feminine inside of there, between the Father and the Queen, and the vessel. Alright, so when this comes with the tear and the thread, and we're loading in with the Queen, this is really coming from this space where we've taken this intuitive news. We're really looking after ourselves and looking after our own vessel, where we hold on to this. So it's still a certain amount of, there's happiness inside of here, the heart, and we've got an offering to the heart. There's still an amount of holding on by a thread and you know, really taking up care of your temple inside of here. And these are sort of that sunlight coming through with the Hunter inside of there. Ooh, okay. So how do we apply this to the world? How do we apply this to the world? How do we apply this to the world, Water Peeps? What have we got this week? How do we apply this to the world? There's an ocean. So this is expressing your emotions, the ocean, maybe the ocean of tears. You know, but this is really maybe letting it out. How we express it to the world, we're actually going to let this, and the ebb and the flow of the world, and the encompassing of this is a fertile space inside, but this is a safe space, the ocean. You can lose your body inside of it, right? Just be and float inside of that space. This is a very emotional, we've got that between the Hunter and the Father, the heart, the Father, the Hunter. Gnosis, the Hunter, the ocean. So we're still seeking inside of here, inside of this evolution, inside of this offering. Okay, so 2 more. How we apply this to the world. Where's our practical? How do we apply this to the world? 2 more. How do we apply this to the water Peeps? This one. Ooh, the animal. So we're the hunted and the hunter. So this is really public. I keep feeling that this is reckless abandonment. This is really approaching it and letting go of your conscious, letting go of like everything that you perceive, letting go and approaching it with instinct, approaching it with more, you know, vigor, and really letting go of, you know, your inhibitants, what it stops you, and being free inside of your spirit to do stuff. Swim in that ocean. Alright, swim in the ocean. Okay. Alright, what have we got to go with the animal? So we're going to apply our animal to the ocean. What have we got? One more for the water peeps. So how do we apply this to the world? These are really different readings. I really quite love them. Oh. Wow. We were talking about the temple being the vessel and our thread and the vessel. So we're just not looking after our body. We're now looking after our spiritual mind. And it's a really seeking thing. This is an emotional seeking thing. It's something that you're embracing. You're like that. You're in. So there's a lot of prayer inside of this, but it's reckless abandonment. There's still a reckless abandonment. You know, so this thread that you've been holding on to with your vessel is connected to your temple. And we were talking about the temple being here, being your body. Now here we're talking about the temple being your mind inside of this. All right, partnerships. I find these readings so intense. I really love them. All right, partnerships. And I'm going to go that one, because not that one. Not that one. So we have the threshold. you know, this is stepping across things. Is it you stepping across the threshold? Is someone carrying you across the threshold? But when we step on the threshold, we're standing on the edge. We're standing on the edge of something that we really want. We're standing on the edge of our precipice. This is like the fall. This is like that position of, do you jump? Do you stay? Do you stand? Do you stand on the edge and look over? How close can you get to the edge? Don't be afraid of the edge. You may have been down to the edge before, but we're here, and this is about partnerships and how we're connecting. What we're on the edge of is the shaman. And so the shaman in our partnerships. And so we've got, again, this snake of healing, and this ever-ending space. But the shaman is the magician. This is materializing this in your world. You know, so you might be standing on the threshold of really touching your inner, like your higher, but connecting that and bringing that diamond into your world, reaching out into the world, bringing this cosmos into your world and the cosmos inside of you out to the world. But this connection with your partnerships is on the threshold of really working with your shaman and really connecting with your shaman. But this is manifestation. You're on the threshold of manifesting in your partnerships, water people. All right, one more for self-love. One more for self-love. Here we go. One more for self-love. One more for self-love. Let's go, water people. I'm really loving these cards. Let's go. Ooh. By a stream, by a river, there's a hole in the ground, and an old man of iron walks around and around. I really love the riddle. That never-ending knot. We're always bound inside of it. We are the riddle. We're inside of the riddle. So, you know, when we all think we work it out, then the trick comes again. You think you work it out, and the trick comes again, because it's around. Learn it again, learn it again, learn it again. We're all part of that never-ending knot. We're all reaching for it, for the substance of the riddle. Ooh. Water Peeps, this is really interesting. Alright, so I'm going to do 3 cards for each sign. So I'm going to start with Cancer. 3 cards for Cancer. What do we got? There's one. Ooh, Cancer. We've got the waters of life. This is an emotional new beginning. So this is all going to lead you to a really beautiful spot of joy. With our waterfall, our effortless release. This is a transformation. We're going through so much. You've held on this thread. You've connected to the shaman, the temple, the riddle. And here, you've got an emotional new beginning, Cancer. Perfect. All right. In your water house, because you're the water house. Let's go. 1 more. 2 more. For the Cancer peeps in the house. What have I got? 2 more. Oh, that one. Thank you. Ooh, exploitation. Look, this is manifestation again. This is the stones. This is when we talk about exploitation, we often think about being exploited, but this is about you exploiting yourself. This is about you manifesting your goods. This is about turning your rocks over. This is about getting your money. This is about getting your honey. All right, so we're going to get a new beginning, and you're really going to manifest. This is like the triumph card of that manifestation in the 6 in the material realm, in the practical realm. All right, 1 more. Thank you. Thank you, Cancer. Here we are. Ooh. So all of the stuff that we've been doing, this is emotional backburning. So you've been through a trouble, and we've been through a time. And it's sometimes when we get through to this spot, we realize that there's things that we believe in now that we didn't. We now have new truths, or we have an evolution, and we have more information. So at some point we need to go through our mind, and this is that healing element, that where we go through and we clear, and we have a spiritual backburning, and get rid of that from our past, because we're allowed to let go, and we're allowed to reinvent. You're allowed to be a new you today, tomorrow, the next day. You're allowed to be who you weren't. You're a different person to last year, and it doesn't matter if somebody else doesn't see that, but it's your beliefs, and it's you clearing your beliefs, Cancer. All right, so Scorpio. Scorps, what do we got? What do we got for Scorpios in this week? What do we got? All right, Scorpio, what do we got? Oh. We got attraction. We got attraction. We got attraction to each other. We got attraction to the world. We got a new love in our heart that's generating this new energy inside. This could be attraction to a person. It could be attraction to your life. Attraction, Scorpio, is what we've got. And we've Cancer over here. Put Scorpio here for the moment. Attraction is what we've got. All right, 2 more. 2 more for Scorpio. So you're attracted to this world after you've gone through this, like in this riddle, and you found that your place in your temple, you've respected a lot, you've changed a lot. Ooh, So we've got 2 2s. Here we are. So the second one. So here, there's conversations. There's things that are laid bare. There's things that you didn't know. There was an injustice inside of all of this. And inside of this, there still perhaps are things that you don't know, and the bow is broken on the table. But this was saying that the scales were, or have been, unbalanced. And there's a place in here that you need to tip the scales, or that you need to have a conversation that tips the scales inside of your attraction, maybe. Okay. It's 2 different mindsets just there. Oopa! Oh, Scorpio, blasted oak. It is time to move away. This is lightning energy. Something is going to happen. There is change coming your way this week, Scorpio. Like, and you're going to change whatever this was, and we're going to have this attraction. You've been through your dark. You found your father, your queen. You found that. You've balanced it out. You've been hunting for it. It's coming. The sadness, and you've been holding on for a thread. Here we are. Something's going to change, Scorpio. Something's going to change big. You've got transformation, joy coming. Watch the waterfall. Okay. So, that leaves us with Pisces. Oh, you've got the next 2. All right. So we have, there's physical challenge. All right. So this is really taking it on. This is really about making your money, really turning it out, getting in contact with people. But this is a real physical challenge. Like, however this is, you know, hustling. It's not hustling. It's really, it is making your time, but it's really working in the physical world. How you're going to take on the challenges in your life that have come out of this. All right. Whoop, there it is. Because you're going to get fulfillment from this. This is about spiritual fulfillment in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your soul. This is about finding the things. You've made the decisions to find the things that give you fulfillment. And Pisces people, the challenge to find fulfillment. Physical challenge to find fulfillment. One more for the Pisces people. They got it for the week in the water bag. The water tea. It's not watered down tea, you know. Just don't put milk in it. Yeah, put milk in if you like. No. Alright. There. We have balance. This here, you see them unite. See the fulfillment of everything here. Just there. And so this is the ultimate balance. It's a stop. It's a healing spot. So this is temperance. So we really do take a moment to heal ourselves. And this is strong healing and strong learning, Pisces. So this fulfillment is going to take you to a place of healing your inner, and there they are together. Amazing. All right, Water Peeps, thanks for hanging around. If you're here, I would like to get to that 1,000 subscribers. You know why? Because then I can do like lives, because I can do lives on YouTube then. So if you'd like to hit the like and subscribe and share this with your peeps, and that'd be great. I hope you like resonated with this. I had a lot of coffee this morning, so it was probably a bit perky. We are going to go through a transformation. You're coming out of this darkness, and there is some sort of the riddle. You've sort of got it. You got it, baby. Good luck, Water Peeps, for the week. I am going to do a December, which will be out next few days. I hope you have a good one. Mahalo.